Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another free online course by Acad Systems, and we are doing the 13th lesson out of 13 for Learn Autodesk Revit Architecture. And for today's topic will be about creating construction documents. All right. So without further ado, I will go to my Revit. Okay, so here I have my Revit open. So if you have been following our lessons, I've already explained how we can create basically this whole house, and then how we can do the annotations, how we can do the plan, section views, call-out views, and everything. Okay, but for today, it's about creating the construction documents. Basically, it's saying that we want to place the drawings on the sheet. Okay, so for that, by now you should understand that in our project browser is where all our views. Okay, by views I mean our floor plan, our elevations, our sections, and also our schedules. We have learned about schedules. It's also located in our project browser. Okay, and then I need you to go to this project browser and scroll down until you find sheet. Most probably you would have one default sheet. You can expand this. Most probably you will have a default sheet. Okay. You can or cannot use, I mean, you can use this if you want. Okay, but just to show you how to create a new sheet, you can hover your mouse to this sheet and right click and just click new sheet. Okay. And then it will ask you to select a title block. Okay. In order to create this sheet, you need to have a title block. And usually we will have one title block loaded by default. So this one I can see is title block A1 metric standard. Okay, if I click load here, okay. When I click load, sometimes if you have downloaded all the default title block, it will show up here. Okay, but since this is the new version 2024, I might miss on downloading the other title blocks lah. Okay, but basically this title block is a family. If you have your own title block, most probably you will have your own title block. You need to create this title block family. Okay, but in this practice today, I will just choose the default and click OK. Okay, as you can see, it will give us another title block, which I can double click to open. Okay, A101 unnamed. Okay, you can change the number and the name by just right clicking here and then rename. Okay, you can input the new number and the new name. Okay, now we have our sheet. Obviously, I want to place my drawings here. So it's a very simple process. You just scroll up to your views. Okay, first, maybe I want to put in the ground floor plan. Okay, from the project browser, you just go to ground floor, click and drag, then drop. Okay, so when you drop, it will bring out this viewport, and then you can place it nicely on your sheet and just click. Okay, so there we have our floor plan, and this viewport automatically comes with the name of that view and also the scale. So for the scale, if you need to change the scale, you can look at the properties, and there will be a view scale here. Just click here and you can choose from this list, or you can also choose a custom scale. So let's say I change it to 1:50. You see it becomes bigger. Okay. So because on my ground floor plan view, it also I also have this PDF reference. Okay, so I don't need this PDF reference on my sheet. So I need to crop it out. So how do we crop it out? Okay, first of all, you click on your viewport, and then you click activate view. Okay, when you activate view, you can basically click in the viewport, and then from your properties, just to make it simple, you turn on these three things under extends, crop view, crop region visible, and annotation crop. Okay, so by clicking these three, it will bring up this frame. Okay, so this frame, there will be the dots here at each side to control the size. And just click and drag, okay, to make it smaller. I mean, basically to crop it, to crop your drawing up. Okay, so I'll crop it nicely, just focusing on our drawing. Then you can click, double click out to basically deactivate the viewport. Okay, and then um right, okay, then it will leave this frame. So you need to go back to your properties. I mean, you select your viewport if you have unselected it. You uncheck the crop region visible. Okay. If you don't want it to show the frame. Okay. So that's basically how you can crop your drawing. So maybe I adjust it up. Okay. So when you crop, most probably your line and your title here will be not at where it should be. So you can just simply click on it and drag up, click and drag. Okay. And then if you need to shorten or lengthen this line, you can click at the viewport, and then there will be a dot here where you can drag to shorten it. Okay. So that works for any of your views, floor plan, your ceiling plan, 3D view, sections, elevations. Okay, you can just click, drag and drop. So when you place it on the sheet, there will be a blue at this checkbox. It will be lighted in blue lah. Okay, so that would indicate that this view have been placed on the sheet. So it's very easy for you to track which view have been placed on the sheet and which one is not. Okay, so another example, I go to the next sheet. I can also drag in all our legends if we have legends, schedules, can also be placed in the sheet. So for example, here I have this door legend. I'll click, just drag, and then place it here. Okay. So obviously this one is just a default legend. Okay, it's not populated with information yet, but I'm just showing you that you can just click, drag and drop. Okay. We might have done a window schedule in our schedule practice. So can click, drag and drop. Okay. Then we can place our schedule here. Okay, but for schedule is a little bit different from others, because the others you can play around with the size using scale. Even with your legend, you can change the scale. But for schedules, if you want to make it bigger, it doesn't have a scale setting for you to make it bigger or smaller. Okay, because for schedules, basically it will follow the font that you have set. Okay, if you go back to that schedule and then you go to the appearance setting, okay, here under the text, you can see that currently it's using all the default. Okay, for the title here is using default, header is default. So you can actually click here and choose the font. right? So it will follow these sizes. Okay, so you can just continue for your other sheet and other views. You just go to the sheet from your project browser and right click new sheet, select a title block, and then all your views here, you can just click drag and drop, right? And then lastly, if you want to plot, I would just simply type Control P. Okay, this will bring up this print dialog. Okay, and then you can choose whichever plotter that is available connected to your PC. Is it a printer, or you want to plot it to a PDF? Okay, and then the rest, I think it's pretty standard. Okay, so I hope you learned something valuable from our lesson. This is the last lesson for Revit Architecture. Okay, thank you very much for following us, and we'll see you in the next lessons. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.